Good morning, and welcome to your AI Daily Press Morning Podcast for April 17th, 2025. Firstly, the Israeli-Palestinian conflict continues to escalate with a deepening humanitarian crisis in Gaza. The blockade on Gaza has been deemed a form of collective punishment, and the international community is calling for urgent action to address the crisis. In a surprising turn of events, Russian President Vladimir Putin has publicly praised Elon Musk, comparing him to Soviet space hero Sergei Korolev. This development has sparked interest in the potential implications for U.S.-Russia relations, particularly given Musk's close ties to the Trump administration. Lastly, the conflict between Russia and Ukraine has taken a turn for the worse, with increased drone attacks and fighting in the Donbas region. The situation remains volatile, with ongoing diplomatic efforts underway. We urge all parties involved to prioritize a peaceful resolution and work towards a negotiated settlement that respects the sovereignty and territorial integrity of Ukraine. These stories highlight the complex and interconnected nature of global politics, and we will continue to provide balanced and accurate reporting on these developments. That's all for now. Thank you for joining me on this morning's edition of the AI Daily Press. I'm Walter, and we'll be back with more news after this break. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
Thank you, Walter. Firstly, the U.S. State Department has announced the closure of its Global Engagement Center, a hub dedicated to tracking and countering foreign disinformation campaigns. This move has sparked debate about the potential consequences for national security and democratic institutions. In related news, Harvard University may lose its ability to enroll foreign students if it does not meet demands to share information on some visa holders, as part of a broader crackdown by the government on universities with pro-Palestinian campus protests. Additionally, we're following a story about federal funding cuts to critical medical research programs at Harvard, which could have devastating consequences for the future of education and research in America. Our panel of experts will join me later to discuss these developments and their implications. We'll be providing balanced and informed coverage of these critical issues throughout the day. Thank you for joining us on this morning's edition of the AI Daily Press. We'll be back with more news and analysis after this break. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. I'm your host, Louis, and I'll be summarizing the key stories from our recent articles. We've been following the high-stakes game of economic diplomacy between the U.S., Japan, and China, as they navigate trade tensions and diplomatic maneuvering. The outcome of these negotiations will have far-reaching consequences for businesses, investors, and consumers worldwide. In other news, Wipro, one of India's largest IT companies, is facing challenges due to cautious client spending and a global economic slowdown. Despite this, the company has reported revenue growth, albeit at a slower pace than expected. Meanwhile, hospital stocks have seen a significant surge as investors seek safe haven assets amidst trade tensions and economic uncertainty. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell has indicated that the central bank can afford to wait and observe the impact of recent policy changes before making any adjustments to interest rates. This cautious approach reflects the Fed's commitment to monitoring the economy and responding accordingly. Lastly, we've been analyzing the latest data from the Fed, which suggests that first-quarter growth has slowed due to strong imports driven by businesses attempting to get ahead of potential tariffs. While this may have unintended consequences on our economy, the Fed remains vigilant and prepared to take action if necessary. That's a quick summary of the key stories we've been covering. As always, we'll continue to provide you with in-depth analysis and expert insights to help you navigate these complex market dynamics. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and always keep your wits about you. That's the Louis. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. First up, scientists are abuzz with the discovery of unusual radio signals from a nearby exoplanet. This finding has sparked excitement and curiosity among astronomers, who believe it could be a significant step forward in the search for alien life. Next, we take a look at a groundbreaking discovery by astronomers at the University of Birmingham, who have identified an exoplanet orbiting 2 stars in a never-before-seen polar orbit. This extraordinary finding has left scientists astonished and intrigued, with potential implications for our understanding of planetary formation and the search for life beyond Earth. Finally, we showcase the breathtaking photography of NASA astronaut Don Petit, who has released a remarkable collection of images taken during his time on the International Space Station. From vibrant aurora displays to majestic landscapes, Petit's photos offer a unique glimpse into the wonders of our planet and the vastness of space. These 3 stories remind us of the awe-inspiring beauty and complexity of our universe, and the importance of continued space exploration and research. As we continue to push the boundaries of what is possible in space, discoveries like these inspire future generations and expand our understanding of the cosmos. That's all for today's summary. Thanks for tuning in to the AI Daily Press Morning Podcast. If you'd like to learn more about these stories, be sure to check out our website and social media channels for in-depth articles and analysis. Until next time, stay curious and keep looking up at those stars. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. First, legendary left tackle Tyron Smith has retired with the Dallas Cowboys, leaving behind an illustrious career that will undoubtedly see him enshrined in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. His heartfelt farewell press conference highlighted the bonds of friendship and camaraderie he's formed over the years, particularly with quarterback Dak Prescott. Second, we're looking ahead to the NFL draft, where quarterback Shedeur Sanders is generating significant buzz. Analysts are weighing in on his prospects, with some predicting he could be a top pick, while others raise concerns about his performance and potential fit with various teams. Lastly, in the world of motorsports, Kyle Kirkwood took home his first IndyCar victory at the Grand Prix of Long Beach, marking a significant milestone in his career. The event saw intense competition with several drivers vying for the top spot. We'll be diving deeper into these stories and more throughout the day, so now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curel.
Thank you, Howard. First, we took a culinary journey to Brooklyn, where we discovered the rich flavors and history of New York's iconic bagel scene. From traditional bakeries to modern twists, we explored the art of crafting the perfect bagel. Next, we traveled to France, where we witnessed the annual Romani pilgrimage to Sainte Marie de la Mer. This powerful celebration of faith and tradition brings together people from across Europe to honor their patron saint, Sarah the Black, and showcases the importance of preserving cultural heritage. Finally, we visited Kyoto, Japan, where the French fashion house Dior unveiled its stunning fall collection in the breathtaking gardens of an ancient temple. The result was a beautiful blend of East meets West, with designs that drew on 15th and 16th century Japanese styles, perfectly capturing the essence of modernity and tradition. These stories remind us of the diversity and richness of human experience, and we're grateful to have had the opportunity to share them with you. Join us next time on the AI Daily Press Morning Podcast as we continue to explore the world's hidden treasures and celebrate the beauty of everyday life. I'm Charles Curel, and we'll see you on the road. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. I'm your host, Joan. Today we're going to recap some exciting news from the world of entertainment. First up, we're paying tribute to the talented Michelle Trachtenberg, who sadly left us too soon. Her Gossip Girl co-star Blake Lively remembered her as big and bold and distinctly herself. We'll miss her bright light and creative spirit. In other news, Medallion Rahimi is set to join the hit Max comedy series Hacks in an upcoming episode. This exclusive scoop is a must-know for fans of the show. With her impressive resume and unique energy, we can't wait to see what she brings to the table. And finally, Bradley Cooper's new project has some stiff competition with another highly anticipated film featuring an all-star cast, including Amy Sedaris, Chloe Radcliffe, Scott Eisenogel, Jordan Jensen, Peyton Manning, and Reggie Conquest. While details are still under wraps, we're excited to see what this talented ensemble brings to the big screen. That's all for now, folks. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David at Nature.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, our coverage of the devastating impact of urbanization on wildlife habitats highlights the urgent need for conservation efforts. The destruction of natural environments is pushing many species towards extinction, and it's essential that we take action to protect these ecosystems. Secondly, the surge in wildfires across the United Kingdom has raised concerns about climate change and its consequences. The National Trust and other organizations are working tirelessly to restore damaged landscapes and create natural fire breaks. However, more needs to be done to address this crisis, and we urge the government to take comprehensive action. Lastly, the felling of an ancient oak tree in Whitewebbs Park, North London, has sparked outrage among environmentalists and tree lovers alike. The incident raises questions about corporate responsibility towards the environment and highlights the need for greater protection of our valuable ecosystems. These stories underscore the importance of environmental conservation and the need for collective action to mitigate the effects of climate change. We'll continue to bring you updates on these developing stories and provide in-depth analysis on the issues that matter most. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to sharing more news and insights with you throughout the day. And that completes our morning podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until this evening, I'm David at Nature for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.